Hey everybody, Steve here, and here's a look at all the stories we're following from the AFR News Desk for September 29th, 2015. Our lead story this week, once again, comes from Play.com, where this past weekend I was in Milwaukee for the 3rd annual Fall Classic Pre-PLAAY. This event was hosted by the designer himself, Keith Avalone, and it was held at the Game Barrister in Greenville, Wisconsin. And first, I want to give a big shout out to everybody at the Game Barrister. That is an excellent game store. The staff was super friendly. It was just a wonderful store. We all had a really good time. So thank you to everybody at the Game Barrister. If you're in the Milwaukee area, please give them a visit. I'll post links to their store below the video here. The event was a roaring success. There were over a dozen gamers that showed up. Everybody had a really great time, and kind of fun for myself, I was able to play the final deciding game for the 2nd year in a row. And it saw the Dodgers take the Royals 4-1, and Zach Greinke gave them the coup de grace with a near perfect game. He actually took a perfect game into the 8th inning before he gave up back-to-back singles. But that was sort of an aside. The real winner here was that everybody just had such a great time. There were some new players involved, some people that had just gotten the game, and there was even someone who just happened to be in the store and walked over to our table, who is now a play gamer, Dan. It was really great meeting you, and good luck with your new game. Can't wait to read about it on the forums. And before this event took place on Friday night, I was able to have the grudge match between myself and Hands On Games' Al Wilson, but I'll detail that in the question of the week. And while I'm talking about Al, I do have to mention the excellent cards that he made. So the last game that took place after we finished the World Series is we had a game between Al and myself where we drafted players from this card set that he made, and it was actually cards of all the people who were at the event and some gamers who were at previous play events. That was really a lot of fun, and everybody who was there got to take away a copy of those cards. And if you weren't at the event, they're in yesterday's Play newsletter that was just released, and you can download those for free. Also, this neat little pin that I'm wearing was also a gift from Al, and I guess also from his wife, who let him use her pin maker. So thanks, Annette. And really, guys, I can't say enough of how much fun these events are. If you've never been to one, really, you need to get out to them. It's so great to be in the same room with like-minded individuals who really just want to get together and have a fun time, share stories, and sit down and play one of their favorite games. So the next time an event is coming to your neck of the woods, really can't encourage you enough to get out there and give it a try. And another quick follow-up to the Fall Classic Pre-PLAAY and the Play newsletter that was released yesterday. There's a really good write-up of the event by Keith, and over on Al Wilson's channel, he released a video early this morning where he puts up some pictures of the event, and he actually put a video up that I didn't even realize he recorded that shows a game between myself and Travis Jansen playing out the Game 7 of the ALCS. So you can get kind of just a small taste of what that event was like. Now let's move on to some Kickstarter news. First, the Dice Hate Me Games Bottom of the 9th is going to be coming out very soon. Yesterday they released surveys to all of the Kickstarter backers to verify their address, and it's due to ship out at the end of October. Very excited to see that. Also on Kickstarter, the print and play files have gone out to everybody who backed at that level for Pigskin. As you can see, the final art of the game looks really great, and as sort of a surprise, I found that there's a AFR Steve quarterback in there. So that was really fun to see. Thanks, Royce, for doing that. No firm date on when the print version will come out, though it was due to ship in December. Make sure you stay tuned to the Kickstarter updates for the latest on that game. And finally, in some breaking news here at the AFR News Desk, there's going to be another Kickstarter launch from Joe Bryan at Sideline Strategy Games for his Payoff Pitch Baseball game, and it's due to launch any minute now. It's been submitted to Kickstarter, so he's just waiting for that to get approved, and it's going to be for the 1933 season for his game. And there's going to be a very special stretch goal along with that, but I won't spoil that, and I'll let you see when that launches. But stay tuned to the Kickstarter website. That campaign should go up any minute now. All right, let's take a look at some new releases. Over at play.com, as well as a jam-packed freebie-laden newsletter, they also announced that they had a new release, and it's the International Football Legend set for their Soccer Blast game. Over at Sideline Strategy Games, they had a new release come out last week, and it's for Payoff Pitch Softball. It's based on the same engine as their Payoff Pitch Baseball game, but it features women from the professional Fast Pitch Softball League. It's available for just $5 as a PDF download from the Sideline Strategies website. And finally, over at Downey Games, they've released the 2015 USPGA Tour Yearbook. As with all Downey releases, it's available as both an ebook or a printed set. And now it's time for the question of the week. So last week we had the question of the week contest, and it was to win a printed set of the 1957 season for second season football. And the contest was to correctly guess who was going to win in the grudge match between myself and Al Wilson. Al controlling the 1957 Los Angeles Chargers and myself controlling the 57 Boston Patriots. And so, unfortunately for all you Boston fans, we weren't able to pull it out, and it finished 35-23 in favor of LA. But the good news is there were 21 people that correctly picked the Chargers to win, and the winner of the contest and the new owner of a printed set of that 1957 season is Brian Giselle. Brian, congratulations on your win, and thank you for being a longtime viewer of the channel. Please shoot me an email to stevenatower@gmail.com. Let me know the address that you'd like that sent to. Thank you to everybody who left comments. It was a really popular contest. And for this week's question of the week, you're going to need to stay tuned for the channel updates. So, for channel updates this week, I've decided I'm going to have a separate video come out each week, and I'll have the question of the week be its own video series. The reason I'm doing this is to give the news a more compact feel and let the question of the week be its own standalone series so that people can engage in the question of the week more and then leave comments on the news video specifically about the news. So stay tuned either tomorrow or Thursday night, and I'll launch the brand new series of the AFR Question of the Week. As far as other videos, I'm currently working on a review of classic college basketball. No timetable on when that's going to go out. And otherwise, the news will be going up next Tuesday evening. Alright everybody, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. My name's Steve, and I'll see you next time after further review. Oh, and stay tuned because the question of the week segment may feature me wearing my brand new Chargers jersey, which should be in a couple days. So that's also another reason why I wanted to start the question of the week segment on its own this week, so I can fulfill my wager in losing that game to Al. So stay tuned for that.